one of my favourite people ever, Sharon D. Clarke. How are you?
Bless you. I'm very well. And you, my darling?
I'm fantastic because I'm talking to you, and I've wanted to meet you for so long. We've talked on the phone and done various interviews, but I've never got to meet you. Yet I've seen you so many times in various things, from Chicago to The Lion King, and of course my favourite was We Will Rock You, where you just went down a storm. Congratulations on that.
Oh, that was just such joy. Do you know what I mean? The Queen music is... It's so theatrical, and it just lends itself to the stage and to a story, and it was just absolutely phenomenal, and getting to wear those crazy costumes. I just loved it, absolutely loved it.
And you really made that part your own. I think what Ben Elton and the Queen Gang did with that show was look for personalities to do the big character roles, and they don't come any bigger than you. Your voice is just so massive, and it literally filled that theatre, and you did steal the show. It was a remarkable performance. Do you miss those days of the standing ovation?
I suppose there's always a part of an actor that loves the applause. I think that's why my first love is really theatre, because you have that contact with the audience and you can see the whites of their eyes, and also each audience is a different animal and bring different things out in you. So I suppose if it came to the crunch, I do prefer the live work, yeah.
It must be hard being you in a way, because we lost you in musical theatre to be on TV in Holby City, and you did so well at that.
Well, I think for me it's what lights your fire at the time. What you see is going to be a challenge. Sometimes it's great to take the stuff that you're actually scared of doing, because that opens you up and makes you discover things about yourself. And then there's some stuff that you just take because you know it's going to be absolute fun, like the panto I'm doing at the moment at Hackney Empire. I'm doing that with all of my friends, all my mates, all good people who have been to my house. We've sat around, we've eaten, we've gotten drunk, do you know what I mean? And to be on stage with your buddies having the best time in the world, it's just such joy that a gig like that you have to say yes to.
And you're so lucky now to be in a position where you can pick and choose and do things like the panto, which you're going to enjoy. In the beginning, you have to kind of slog away to earn that, don't you?
Well, you pay your dues, do you know what I mean? You pay your dues and you learn, you gather experience, you find out what kind of performer you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and it's all part of the big melting pot. And hopefully as you get on and you get more experience and you get more known, then different stuff comes to you and you don't go to so many auditions. You have more interviews, which is a nice place to be at when you're not out there in the cattle field, you know what I mean? Number 506, come in, give us a quick turn and get out, you know what I mean? That has changed, and it's a wonderful position to be in, but you still have to put yourself out there for jobs. You know, I'm not really at the stage yet where people are going, come and do this, we want you to do it. No, you don't have to read, just turn up at the studio Monday morning. I'm not quite there yet, but getting there.
And you were so good in Holby City, you made the character your own. How surprising is it to you now when people come and see you from the TV show and have no idea you have a singing voice?
That is the weird thing, because I've been in theatre since I was 6, and it's not that it's a step away, but Holby was kind of the different path. I'd done TV and stuff before, but I'd never been in a long-running drama. You learn so much about camera technique, what it means to cross the line, and is it a dirty shot, and all those kind of terms. Like, when you're a guest on a show, there isn't the time to ask those kind of questions. So Holby was a real learning curve like that, and also staying with the character for so long and getting their ins and outs and their highs and their lows. That was really fantastic, and now I'm looking forward to being back on stage.
Were you in many dirty shots?
I was quite yes. I dirtied quite a few shots over my time in Holby, yes.
Well, we'll get back to what that means later. And in terms of your musical theatre career, you were so blessed to have been in some of the biggest productions ever. The Lion King is so magical, for example. To be in that must have been a great thrill.
That was an absolute joy, being Rafiki and being the first one on stage, and then seeing all the animals come through the auditorium. And one of the most fantastic things to me would be seeing grown men who'd come from work or whatever in their ties with their families or straight from the office, crying at the sight of an elephant coming down the aisle and regressing to 5 and going, look. That kind of stuff for me was just phenomenal. The fact that theatre can do that and take people away to different places and different experiences and totally suspend their belief. Yes, there are 4 people walking down the aisle in a caged mache pepper looking like an elephant, but people believe it and they go with it, and that's an absolute joy.
And it's clever on so many levels. Like Rafiki, the character you played, means friend in Swahili. Just on every level, it's smart, isn't it? And that's why it's lasted more than 10 years.
Oh, I can't wait to go and see it again. There's always another generation that's going to love it. And I love taking like my younger nephews and nieces to go and see it and watching their just amazement and wonder and awe, and just, you know, the whole stampede thing and seeing them getting all excited as a buffalo run down. And it's phenomenal. It's great. I love that theatre can do that.
And then we go from musical theatre to Holby City. Then we find you on Saturday night primetime TV doing Last Choir Standing. Again, it was so right for you, but for your audience, unexpected from the TV, because I don't think they had any idea this was such a big part of your life.
Why is Dr. Griffin talking about choirs? What does she know about choirs? She should be on the ward saving lives. And, you know, they basically approached me about that. I think they must have found out that I've done some choir work. Ooh, this is live theatre. They must have, you know, seen that I'd done choir stuff, and they asked me to come into the office and just look at some tapes of choirs and comment. And I'm a big TV watcher. I love my TV, and I'm from a culture. Well, I suppose it's most working class people really, where you chat to the television. Do you know what I mean? She was, oh no, she's not doing that again. No, leave him. What are you doing? Can't believe the way she's singing that. Stop it. Do you know what I mean? So that's stuff that I'm used to doing anyway. And getting a job like that where you're surrounded by absolutely phenomenal music, high caliber, from people who are not professionals, but singing their hearts out, singing with joy and passion, being asked to sit down and listen to this and say what you think. For me, it's not even work. Do you know what I mean? It's not work at all. Some of the people who were singing, I would gladly have paid money to go and see. And yet I was getting paid to listen to them. So listen, life is not bad at all.
And you'd got great heart in that programme. I think more than anyone, you were so moved by it. That's what we love about you. You give such emotion in your performance, but you also feel it back, don't you?
It's got to be a two-way street. I'm affected by it in that way because it is my joy. I love music in that sense. And for me, if it doesn't move you, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Especially with something like a choir. Choir's supposed to be really uplifting and inspiring and make people want to sing. And one of the things that I really love about the show is that, having finished it now, people say we've either joined a choir or formed a choir since watching the show. And for me, that is the greatest thing. If it's gotten the nation singing again, if it's gotten people feeling that it is actually cool to be in a choir, you're not a nerd, do you know what I mean? If I go to choir rehearsals. And that, you know, it's eclectic, it's diverse, it can be funky, it can be whatever you want it to be, whatever your style is. Absolutely glorious. Sign me up again, please, BBC, bring it back.
And then on the back of that, you get accepted by people like Paul O'Grady, who features you on his show. And let's face it, he's the king of TV right now. To have somebody like him encourage your talent and have you sing live on the show and even his theme tune, what a compliment that must have been.
An absolute compliment. And Paul is a great lover of theatre. Do you know what I mean? And luckily enough, he'd seen Once on This Island, stuff that I'd done before as well, and just really enjoys it and says, come on and share the talent. And he's really good at doing that, getting people on to just share the talent with the nation.
And when you hear yourself back, do you realise that's you, or is that something else? Do you see that as a character, as something else, or is it really you?
It's me, but when you're in the moment, you're in the moment. So it's Killer Queen doing that. But yeah, it's me. I have to find it from somewhere and pull it out of the bag. 8 shows a week like that. Oh my God, I'm really crusty tonight. But still, Dr. Theatre gets you out there and you do it. And it's very different. I find singing myself as Sharon very different to singing in a character, because the characters don't always sing the way I naturally sing. I'm very much jazz, gospel, easy listening, middle of the road. And Killer Queen was all rock. Do you know what I mean? It's all rock stuff. And you have to find a different part of your voice, and you're doing it 8 shows a week, so you've got to make sure that if you are screaming your off, that you find a way to place it in your voice so that you can do the 8 shows. And that is a great challenge. But yeah, it's that kind of halfway road. It is me, but it is the character. The character makes you do different things.
And finally on We Will Rock You, congratulations on the outfit. You got me through many a cold winter night. Delicious. What more can I say? You're delicious.
This has just been an absolute joy talking to you, my gorgeousness.
Congratulations on the pantomime. Good luck in the future. You're going to be everywhere.
And Mother Goose, come down, people will be there.
And thank you for being you. You're such a rare thing. You're one of those rare opportunities to see somebody who just does it so effortlessly, and it just comes out and it's there and it's so big, and it's such a pleasure seeing you. Thank you for talking to me, Sharon D. Clarke.
Oh, that's my pleasure. Thank you very, very much, my baby.